DMT. Boom. I start moving very fast, racing up to this. And the intensity is building, and I open through this into a realm not even imaginable previously. The spirit molecule. My first experience was out of sheer curiosity because I knew this was something that held potential to be extremely profound, and I sought it out to have this experience for myself. Not really knowing what I was getting into, but just searching for something to give meaning, to give a greater depth of understanding to life. And what I found was way beyond that, which I could ever imagine. My first experience, I had acquired the DMT, had my pipe, some cannabis that I laid on the bottom layer of this pipe, and put the DMT on top. You know, just like the classic rudimentary method. It was nighttime. It was a clear sky that night. I went out on my trampoline in the backyard, and I remember being so nervous for this moment. And I went out there and contemplated it and contemplated it and contemplated it until I knew it was my time, and I knew this was the experience that called me. And I took that lighter and I lit right over the DMT until it melted down into that cannabis. Like Terrence McKenna always recommended, 3 hits. You have to take the 3rd hit. And I proceeded. I took the pipe to my mouth, took that lighter and torched it. Huge inhale. So first hit, I blow out. I'm feeling a bit spacious. You know, I start to notice subtle vibrations. I go back for that second hit. Everything starts vibrating, starts moving, intensity starts picking up. I'm feeling very strange physical sensations in my body. It's already happening. Patterns are starting to go over my eyes as I blink, and Terrence McKenna held strong, held true. That message in my mind, take that 3rd hit. I go back up. Boom. I start moving very fast up to the chrysanthemum, this huge geometric pattern that is very intricate. It's not just 2-dimensional behind my eyelids, this is 3-dimensional, moving, racing up to this. And the intensity is building, and I open through this into a realm undiscovered previously, not even imaginable previously. And I'm listening to Lucid Truth by Blackmill. This realm has a vast amount of entities in it, all moving to this song right before me. But it's like a cheery party where they are welcoming me home. Yes, I said home. That's what it felt like. It felt like I'd been there before, and they are greeting me. They're so excited to see me, and they're moving and dancing, and they're trying to show me stuff as these patterns are coalescing before me. Many colors are moving throughout my closed visual field, yet there's distinct entities in the patterns, and they're viscerally felt. I feel I am in the presence of other awareness. You know the feeling when somebody's looking at you and you just get that itchy feeling, you know, to look and shift your head because you know they're staring at you? That's how this was with the entities. They are all right there. And how do you describe them? The self-dribbling jeweled basketballs. Like Terrence McKenna's description. I had no other language for context for them, so that's what pops in my mind. But I very much understood why he called them that, because they don't necessarily have arms and legs, but yet they have some sort of bodily shape that is iridescent and transparent. Light emanates through them, and they can take concepts of higher dimension and extrude it through their body and present it to you. And when it's presented, it almost ingests into you sublingually, in that you understand this on a mental, visceral, very intuitive way of understanding things. And this experience brought a tremendous amount of excitement to me. There's something there on this other side, and they are experiencing me as I'm experiencing them. And we dance in this duality of higher dimensional understanding. What is it they are trying to make clear to me? I'm not sure, because the experience slowly starts to fade, and they start to recede from me and tuck themselves away, and the patterns start to slow down. And next thing I know, it all folds up on itself and is almost like a dream. And I find myself laying on this trampoline, basking in awe, wonder, and questions of curiosity of what I just experienced. That was so deep, so profound, and so meaningful. But yeah, I do not have language It is inevitable. How am I ever going to convey this? But naturally, being curious, but also courageous, the pipe is still there next to me. And I decide I'd like a little bit longer to explore, to understand, to question. And I grab that pipe, boom, and I'm back. But I'm in a different place. This time it's very clear that everything is slow and dense, almost a fearful nature to it. And there's two beings, and they have the faces of these machine elves, these transcendental objects of entities that we describe in the DMT realm. But yet their body is a long snake, and they were coiled around each other. And these two entities come right up to me. They are huge, magnitudes of order larger than myself, what I perceive myself to be. And they are right in my face, moving and almost breathing very slowly. But yet I'm watching their bodies, and their bodies trail through time, almost in a four-dimensional sense. And this was unnerving, to say the least, because I thought I was opening up back to this realm of dancing, happy, welcoming entities. Yet I find myself in this isolated, confrontational lock with these two entities. And they watch me, and I watch them. And eventually it recedes, and they coil back through time. And I'm left there, nervous and shaken, not understanding what just transpired. This experience left me way more questioning than I was before. Because how is this possible that my nervous system can create this extremely powerful, immersive experience? The classic question, is it real or is it in my mind? That's a philosophical question I'm not gonna discuss right now. Maybe we'll get to that in a later video. But what I did realize, in a profound takeaway, I realized that we perceive in 3 dimensions. However, our lives are 4-dimensional, and that we are moving through time. You woke up this morning, you made your way through the day, and you got to watching this video. After you watch this video, you will go on, continue the rest of your day, eat food, drive cars, do things that humans do. But nevertheless, you are navigating your little 3-dimensional body through time. Now imagine that your body is connected and you can see it coil through time, and that every night that snake wraps back around and goes to sleep, but it spirals. And that we have these larger, unseen bodies that trace us through time all the way back to the womb. But then your mother is a body of a snake, and that traces all the way back to her womb, and it goes back. And we have this unseen lineage that connects us to the human ancestors that we came from, and that we are going to give offspring to. And this is a profound insight, because for patterns of behavior which do not serve you, if you can visualize and see this 4-dimensional body, and when you participate in that behavior, you are navigating that body back there in time, and you want to break that pattern of behavior. So you can choose to coil that body away from that behavior and go in another direction, because we're all moving through time with our face in the present moment, moving in to what we call the future, but it's always felt present. As Terence McKenna coined, the felt presence of direct experience. That's where the pedal meets the metal. That's where you find the most interesting, curious endeavors in life, is understanding your own physiological nature, your own psychological nature, how these deeper experiences impact both of those and can provide new concepts and new ideas. But nevertheless, my first experience was a lot of information. The dissolution of boundary, along with that heightened intensity, left me questioning. I'm curious, what is your experience? Have any of you experienced these 4-dimensional snakes with larger bodies that move through time? What do they mean to you? What takeaways did you have? Like, please share with me. I'm trying to learn and get reference and context for this experience. Take this message with a grain of salt. This is my story, and it's not meant for everyone. And so I'm sharing this so that we can all learn by sharing our story. We can get reference for each other and develop a whole that we can reduce the amount of harm done through these substances. Anyway, this is Nuggets of Wisdom. Give me a thumbs up on the video. It helps tremendously. And please, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. I put out videos every week. Some of them are for pure humor. Others are for pure education, harm reduction. We're gonna learn together, guys. And I got t-shirts for you. Nuggets of Wisdom t-shirts. The link's gonna be in the description below. You can love you guys, and I hope you make the most of your life. Own the day, live the day, loving life, living life. We're out here. Peace.